15 and 20-year material and system warranties require the installation of 1-ply of the SA base sheet on all vertical surfaces except pipes. The first step is to prime the surface with Mule-Hide's number 121 asphalt primer and allow it to thoroughly dry before applying the flashing material. When installing the SA base sheet as a flashing, the material must extend out onto the field of the roof a minimum of 3 inches. This is the minimum with or without a cant installed. If cant strips are used, the SA base sheet flashing must extend onto the flat roof surface 3 inches from the bottom of the cant. The SA base sheet may be laid out either along the length of the wall for low parapets, or may be cut into pieces and installed vertically up to the point of termination on high walls. Here we are showing the SA base sheet going over the parapet wall and turning down the outside. It will then be carried down the exterior side a minimum of 1.5 inches and nailed 6 inches on center along the outside face. Some things to keep in mind when you're installing flashings. Whenever possible, you should always go a minimum of 8 inches high or at a minimum above all anticipated ice, water, or snow loads, since you obviously don't want the termination point underwater. All vertical wall flashings should be thoroughly rolled to ensure proper contact. All seams should be rolled with a 2-inch steel or a 1 3/4 inch silicone hand roller. All end laps on the field of the roof should have the corner of the underlying sheet cut on a 45-degree angle to ease the transition between the sheets. A bead of mod bit sealant should be applied along the cut edge to seal the void before the top sheet is rolled into place. When flashing a parapet, the SA base sheet should be carried over the top of the parapet and down the exterior side a minimum of 1.5 inches and nailed 6 inches on center along the outside face. If the roof system is to be terminated at some point along the surface of a wall, the SA base sheet must be mechanically attached at the point of termination. Check the Mule-Hide application handbook for the different options available for surface termination. Outside corners are completed by turning the SA base sheet flashing around the corner 3 inches from each side. A bead of Mule-Hide mod bit sealant is applied at the base to seal the corner until the cap sheet can be installed. Inside corners are completed by creating a pig ear with the field sheet. The pig ear is then welded onto one side. This will eliminate a hole at the bottom of the corner. The flashing material is cut so that the material can be turned around the corner a minimum of 3 inches. Only one side of the flashing is required to turn the corner. The opposite side needs to only fit tight to the corner. A bead of Mule-Hide mod bit sealant is applied along the inside edge. All flashings should have a minimum 3-inch wide seam at the base. Curbs are flashed in a similar manner. When cutting the SA base sheet for flashing curbs, they should be large enough to extend 3 inches out onto the roof and go over the top of the curb and turn down the inside edge at least 1 inch. Corners should be wrapped 3 inches around each side. Make sure the base of the flashing extends at least 3 inches past the corner.